John Joe Gaskin here, and today we're going to be looking at 6 things every pop punk drummer should know. Now I know that's a clickbaity title, but I'm nearly at 200 subscribers. Gotta do what I gotta do. Get to that big 200. Start getting a bit of that YouTube cheddar. So the first thing you need is a tank top with massive armholes. I can't wear one of them because I haven't got the body for it, but if you're in a pop punk band, that's definitely the first thing you need as a drummer. And a couple of tattoos. Okay, on with the lesson. So the first thing you need is a nice half-time groove. I'm going to give you 2 examples. First one from a song, My Friends Over You, similar to this anyway. Goes like this. Beautiful. They use this a lot in this style of music, especially going from the fast stuff into the slow stuff like that. I'll give you one more. Excellent. Usually played on a crash cymbal. They sound amazing. So that's the first thing, a tasty half-time groove on a crash cymbal. That'll sound epic. Number 2, you need to be able to play a nice, fast, double-time groove. So this is like normally a quarter note groove, like a 1, 2, 3, and 4. That kind of thing. But you need to be able to play it fast, either on a crash cymbal, a washy ride cymbal, or open hi-hats. You can change what the bass drum's doing depending on the music, depending on what the riffs are doing, but you need to be able to play that. So practice that. The bass drum independence you'll need to be able to do. I'll give you 1 or 2 examples down below. Have a quick play through them. You can pause the video and do it. I'm just going to rush through. Next up, you need a fast, normal drum beat. So you know your basic rock groove? Something like this. Guys like Travis Barker play that ridiculously fast. And they'll do that instead of the previous groove I showed you. So you can do it as like a double time thing like this. But a lot of the pop punk guys will keep the hi-hat going on all the 8th notes, making it a lot harder. So rather than, it'll be, but pop punk, stupidly fast. Extra marks if you add them little extra hi-hats in. Just a little flick up. You're going to have really good right hand technique for that. Get practicing on a practice pad to make sure you can play it fast enough to do it on the hi-hats and ride cymbal. And then you take that same groove, and instead of playing it on the hi-hats, you play it on the low toms. Switch the hi-hat for the low tom, and switch the flick from the hi-hat to the high tom. Excuse my obnoxiously big drum kit. I can't be bothered to pack it all down, but these a lot of these pop punk drummers just have a little 4-piece kit and ride cymbals in a better position than where I've got it. But like I said, I can't bother to move it all around because I've got to be using it later to record some stuff, so I'm going to keep it like this. Not very professional, I know, SARS. Obviously, pop punk, well fast. Very driving, it sounds awesome. You can change the bass drum pattern, but for the most part they stick to a set one, depending on the song, and it sounds good. They'll switch from the hi-hat to the toms later, things like that. Next up, we could do with a little transition. I'm going to give you a nice transition that you can use, and this is just snare drum and crash, and then a bass drum 4 times. And that'll help you get from one part to another. So from the quarter note groove to the fast one, to the halftime one, for example. I'll just give you a quick example of that. Get the idea. That wasn't on my list. I just thought of it right now. I'll show you my list in a second. Next thing you need, fast snare roll. Got to practice them single stroke rolls on a practice pad, I'm afraid. It's not all punk rock. Got to do the work as well. Sit in the garden, get your practice pad out. Not quite so cool in the tank top with the tattoos, but they've all done it. If you look at all the drummers, it's not all partying 24/7. They all do a bit of practice as well, as should all of us. So fast single stroke rolls. If you had a bass drum in there, extra points. And then if you add some accents in as well, it'll sound way better. Fast snare rolls. Yeah. Let's give you an example of that with the music. So much fun. So much fun. Fast single stroke rolls. Practice pad, stick control book. There's no glamour in it. No rock and roll in it. Next thing you need is a big drum fill that ends on beat 4. It can be completely random around the drum kit, as long as it ends on beat 4. These usually last more than 1 bar. They'll last a couple of bars, and on the last bar they'll end on beat 4. Something like this. as I said, I'm just hitting them randomly, and then in this style of music, it'll be a lot faster. Completely random. I'm sure theirs are a lot more controlled than mine, but you get a lot where it's a lot of snare drum, bit of tom-tom. Something like that, random. Okay, so all that's left, oh, I'll show you my charts as well. This is how punk rock I am today. That's not going to focus. There we go. Punk rock. Punk rock. No manuscript paper for me. So I'm going to stick them on my splash cymbal there. Oh no, no, it's not going to stick. I'll leave it there. I'll keep looking over. I'll put it on my mid-tom. It's going to definitely fall off, 100%. So I'm just going to take some of these ideas and play them now, so you can hear it in context.